Welcome back to Circle on the Internet. Okay, so tonight we're at this vid by Secret Society and it's called The Kelly Osbourne Effect, When Live TV Goes Too Far. So what's this going to be? A bunch of people saying a bunch of ignorant comments on live TV and getting cancelled for it? I don't know, that's what I'm guessing is on there. But yeah, I'm just going to dive right in regardless. So yeah, without further ado, I'll get to this reaction.
As an artist who respects creative...
Oh, not this moment. Accuse this guy, this generic white guy, of looking like your husband who's also a generic white guy. Nah, dude, nah.
As an artist who respects creative integrity and intellectual property, I am disgusted at how much you have copied my husband.
I think it's safe to say Natalia killed her career.
Making those comments, those racist comments, do not help. And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Idiots.
Welcome to Secret Society, where each episode I dive into the most bizarre stuff I can find and find out what makes Hollywood so weird. Now, today's Secret Society meeting is about live TV. Now, people have been messing up on live TV since before the beginning of time. Justin Timberlake, I think, even ruins the laws for everyone. I'm not certain, so I'm gonna have to fact check that, but needless to say, a lot can go wrong on live TV. And I think that's what makes it that much more exciting. I mean, I know that's why I watch it, that's why people watch the Super Bowl, they wanna see, like, what goes wrong, you know? And I'm almost certain that's what our first lavender-haired subject thought when she cheerily decided to join the hit TV panel show, The View. On August 4th, 2015, on an early morning episode of The View, began a heated political discussion about some racist remarks made by presidential candidate Donald Trump against the very people Kelly was trying to defend.
We have a black president who's done very poorly for the African Americans in this country. And I think that I will win the African American vote, and I think I will win the Hispanic vote. And if you see the recent polls that came out, John, you'll see that because I'm leading in the Hispanic vote.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna let Rosie. I'm gonna let. Hold up. You gonna like this? I'm gonna let Rosie tell you all this part. Go ahead, baby.
Yes, I don't need a card for this, but thank you very much. But the latest poll taken by Telemundo, Mr. Trump, and the Wall Street Journal showed that 75% of Latinos do not like you.
I can't even say
I can't even get it out. One question.
Kill Whoopi.
In what way does he think that people are going to vote for him after he's just called them rapists and murderers?
It's only 50%. I gotta say, I was shocked when you read that. I'm like, why isn't it that 100%?
75% have a negative view.
But how could you not be? You think that that's racist? Like, how could only half of the people be like, that's fine?
I have a conspiracy theory for you, Raven.
He's a narcissist.
I have a feeling that what is going on is that he is just drumming up all of this following, and he's going to pull out right before.
I don't like when you say it like that, I'll be honest. Let's talk about Trump pulling out, because I have to say,
No pun intended, and he's going to get all of his voters to vote for the other Republican. I'm a psychic. I said that a long time ago.
As Rosie Perez was explaining how Trump's racist comments didn't do anything to solve immigration problems in America, Kelly Osbourne interjected with one of the most disagreeable statements to ever be made on television, causing not only the energy of the entire room to shift completely against Kelly, but for the internet to do the same. Piggybacking off of Rosie's comments on the Trump situation, Kelly Osbourne issued the uncouth statement heard around the globe. I do not want to say this, y'all, so I'm just gonna let her say it.
There are a lot of Latinos here in this country that do agree that the immigration problem is a problem and it does need to be addressed and it does need to be fixed.
Interesting.
But making those comments, those racist comments, do not help.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Kelly was
Idiots.
showered in disagreement by her co-host, and when she would begin to stutter in her
Understandable that these are all disagreed. No wonder she got dragged. The fact she even said that shit, that this girl really fixed her mouth to say this. Then again, wasn't her mum out here allegedly calling another black person ghetto when she is the walking definition of ghetto? Like, all I'm gonna say is, I have never heard of any black person sending their friends as a gift a box full of their children's feces. Like, no, that's just disgusting and unheard of. Like, nah.
To
That's
receive some
insane.
confirmation from the panel, Rosie would swiftly retort by saying, "Oh, that's not."
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like,
And Kelly's eyes lit up with instant regret.
Oh,
Such embarrassment.
that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that
there's more jobs to be
in LA, they always
they don't know.
No, I didn't mean it like that. Come on. No, I would never mean it like that. Okay, I'm not part of this argument with.
I think what you're saying is that Trump himself
You need to look at
probably relies on a lot of these people that he's insulting. You know what? Donald Trump, like many people, says a lot of stuff for Zane.
And y'all, I'm just gonna play this back one more time. I feel like it's a lot going on in a couple seconds, so watch again.
And if you kick every Latino out of this country, then who is going to be cleaning your toilets, Donald Trump?
Oh, that's no.
In the sense that, you know what I mean? Like, when I'm saying that
Idiot.
in LA,
Kelly had immediately realized her mistake and proceeded to backtrack, but it was already too late.
Yeah, way
Before
too
she
late.
could even step off the set of the live broadcast morning talk show, Twitter was already up in flames over the tone-deaf comment that seemed to reflect more poorly on Kelly than it even did on Donald Trump.
The damage had certainly been done. This is a look at the worldwide trending chart on Twitter. Kelly Osbourne trending worldwide. Almost 80,000 tweets about this. People in shock. Some calling her a racist. She apologized in part on her Facebook page saying, "I will take responsibility for my poor choice of words, but I will not apologize for being a racist, as I am not. It is my hope that this situation
Jesus
will
Christ.
open up a conversation about immigration and the Latin community as a whole."
Despite jumping ship and opposing Kelly during the live broadcast, at the peak of Kelly's backlash, her fellow hosts would stand up for her and claimed the blunder was simply a misunderstanding. After slamming the comments on air, Rosie Perez would tweet, quote, "My apologies, Kelly Osbourne. I took your point wrong. Hashtag Trump. Hashtag Latinos. My bad. Your heart is so pure and righteous. I adore you." However, the Daily Mail reported that before their statement was posted, backstage on set, Rosie would have it out with producers as they demanded she tweet an apology to Kelly in an effort to save face. Rosie allegedly claims that their demands were disrespectful and a loud argument took place. It was reported that she stormed out, saying, "I'm done with this fucking show," and left, telling producers to, quote, kiss her, quote, ears. Rosie herself experienced pushback after being forced to defend the comments made by Kelly and responded by saying, "I tweeted at hashtag Kelly Osbourne in an effort to help keep her from spiraling." Remember this statement because Rosie Perez changes her tune quite a bit. "I tweeted at Kelly Osbourne in an effort to keep her from spiraling after her unfortunate comment. I went overboard with my apology. Hashtag my bad, but I don't apologize for speaking up and calling her on it. Mistake or not, it was offensive. And please, don't ever question my support for Miende, ever." Now, with her contract nearly up, Rosie actually refused to appear for the final episodes she was scheduled for following the incident. And Whoopi Goldberg, their other co-host, would also speak to the press in support of her lavender-haired co-host, explaining the point she was trying to make is that Trump's stance on immigration will only hurt the people he's counting on. She went on to say, "You try to get your point in, you try to hit it, and sometimes you step in dog do. Your head works faster than your mouth. It happens."
The thing is, if I saw that clip just for the 10 seconds, I'd hate me too. Honestly. But I got cut off. I didn't get to finish what I was going to say, which turned the first half of it into a joke. But even if I told you what I was going to say, people wouldn't believe me anyway. It is what it is. I'm okay with people calling me whatever they want to call me. However,
He's not at the
I'm
watermelon
never
Drea
that I
comment.
hurt people's feelings. And it was my poor choice of words, and it doesn't reflect my
But
opinion
still.
at all. And I do not want to be brought into this political nightmare, and I don't quite understand how it got this big, considering like Rosie and I are really good friends. She felt bad because she knew that once she stepped to me, I didn't get to finish my point, but I also knew that she's only protecting her community, which she should, and I didn't understand why she was apologizing, but I couldn't let her take the heat. So
It came out of my mouth, I own it, and I will do whatever I have to do to make it right.
So it seems that Kelly Osbourne was able to make it out somewhat okay, I guess. She does have similar pull today as she did back then, and while people definitely remember her for this moment, she remains relatively unscathed. The same, however, can't be said for our next and final subject.
Oh. That's it. Her career was over after that.
All-day hydration.
And she had to like, change her name and everything. That's what I heard.
During week 1 of the X Factor New Zealand, a bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Joe Irvine stepped on stage to perform his rendition of Cry Me a River. But unbeknownst to him, Natalia Kills would completely rip this man shred by shred on live television. Now, I actually had not seen this video until researching for this, but I had always seen it in different thumbnails, stuff like that. But I had always seen Natalia Kills' face around for this specific incident in like a bunch of clickbait articles. So I was like, let me dig into this, actually watch the video. And y'all, you are not prepared for this video. I mean, I knew she messed up, but it was like really, really intense. And we're gonna get into the back and forth afterwards, but basically what happened was this guy came out to perform this song, and Natalia basically said this guy was dressed exactly like her husband, who is sitting right next to her. He is also on the judges panel. And it would be one thing if the guy was like super arrogant, super rude, but like he's literally crying while she's saying it. It's like, it's really hard to watch. Whatever you have to do to prepare for this, prepare. Because y'all, let's watch.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I should have pulled a shot for this
I'm
shit.
just going to state the obvious. We have a doppelganger in our midst.
Cause, yeah.
As an artist who respects creative integrity and intellectual property, I am disgusted at how much
Oh, poor guy.
my husband. From the hair to the suit, do you not have
His
any
smile just
value or
changed.
respect for originality? You're a laughing stock. It's cheesy. It's disgusting. I personally.
I don't know what he just said. Did he just say? Did this guy just say, yeah, I hope just like Cleopatra or something like that? I'm dead. I mean, how are you going to say that when you got a hairstyle similar to Lord Farquaad from Shrek? Just saying. That's just nuts
You're
to
a
me.
laughing stock. It's cheesy. It's disgusting. I personally found it absolutely artistically atrocious. I am embarrassed.
The audience don't even
to
agree with you,
here
mate.
In your presence, having to even dignify you with an answer of my opinion.
Now, Joe is only wearing a suit. I don't know how this is copied.
I found that a
or
joke.
I guess
I was like,
maybe
what
he
the
invented
fuck?
suits or something. That's what his YouTube comments say. Now, Will, Natalia's husband, who she just compared Joe to, sitting right next to her, actually compared Joe to Norman Bates and said he's scared he's gonna stitch someone's skin to his face and keep everyone in the audience.
Yeah, Joe, to me, Natalia, you're beautiful. To me, it just feels a little bit cheap and absurd. I mean,
What the fuck, dude?
it's like Norman Bates dressing up in his mother's clothing, and it's just a little bit creepy, and
What the
I feel like you're
fuck?
gonna stitch someone's skin to your face and then kill everybody in the audience. But, do you?
I feel like that's like gross, and I saw him on another
That's
red carpet say
fucked up.
something really like outlandish and like kind of wild.
If I get the girls category, there's gonna be no chance for anybody else.
Not if I can murder them all first.
So I
And yet you compared the guy to Norman Bates.
He's quite frightening. Now, quite a few people did react
Fuck
to this,
outta here.
including one of the other judges on the panel, as well as a bunch of other celebrities.
But Natalia Kills and Willie Moon were so mean to contestant Joe Irvine that the whole world could feel the sting of their shade. I was like, dang, this guy must have really ripped her husband off. Too bad I don't know what he looks like. Then she started gesturing to the guy next to her, and I was like, the what? It's a white guy in a skinny suit and tie. You can't claim skinny suits and tie as his style.
Yeah.
That's like me accusing Jennifer Aniston of ripping me off because we both wear jeans. Luckily, plenty of anti-bullying celebrities agreed and rushed to Joe's rescue. Ellie Goulding said what we were all thinking with her not-so-deleted tweet. You sort of have to be, you know, vaguely relevant to have your style stolen. Calvin Harris ripped them apart on Snapchat. Ed Sheeran sent Joe a sweet tweet. And in a shocking twist, Lord sent him a personal note and cupcakes. Hopefully,
Aww.
singing and after being fired from X Factor, dropped from her record label, and fleeing New Zealand, I think it's safe to say Natalia killed her career.
Now, Natalia and Will were both fired after the show, which is kind of bizarre considering they were both being asked to judge and give critique. But like, did they watch one Simon Cowell compilation on YouTube and decide to judge like that? Like, seriously, it is so intense. And speaking of YouTube, this moment has become the clickbait of some of the most popular singing competition show compilations of all time. And
Very
it's
true.
largely regarded as one of the biggest mess-ups in reality television show judging history. And upon further research, I realized that this wasn't the first time Natalia was overly harsh on the judges panel.
I'm not certain. You are gonna. You're gonna this for her. Stop. Just stop it right now. You're gonna ruin it. Like, seriously? Don't do that. I might say yes if you let me speak. That's how it's gonna go. Give the girl a chance. Let me get my point out. Sally. No, I told everyone if they start hissing and booing, they're gonna ruin it. I just can't do it.
It's been a long day. 7 days. Okay, darling?
No,
Jesus.
I'm not okay, actually. I'm not. I just...
Well, you're going to have to get used to it because the audience is here for boot camp, for live shows, and at the end of the day, they're the foot judge.
But you know what? If they didn't know you before, they know you now.
So what did Natalia do after she was fired from the X Factor? Well, she would go to LAX and be bombarded by paparazzi, in which she would say there are two sides to every story, but she isn't about to expose an entire industry that entertains people. But she sort of did. The week of the incident, Natalia would tweet, "At last, I'm relieved that I'm finally able to break the silence. XOXO," with a message to Joe, saying a lot goes on behind the scenes of a reality show, and what
He's
she
trying to say
sees
behind
is
scenes,
always
the
the
behind
whole
scenes people
story.
made her
She
say it.
brought me on to bring my passion, dramatic expression, and perspective. I was encouraged to be outspoken, and things got out of hand. Joe, I hope you can forgive me, and I wish you all the best. Be natural, unconventional, and be you. Why do I feel like that was a slam? Like, why'd she say be you at the end? Wasn't she saying, comparing him to her husband? Like, wasn't that the whole thing? The last thing she says to him is, be you. Now, Willie
I'm
Moon
dead.
released a similar statement saying, the reality of reality
God,
TV is
dead.
that there's a lot the viewer doesn't see. This show encourages judges to be forthright and highly opinionated. It went too far, and I never intended to single anyone out. I wish the contestants, crew, and particularly Joe all the best. With love, Willie Moon. Okay,
Fuck outta
the
here.
audience was screaming at them.
With your
how did they
apologies,
not
bruh.
get the, notion that this wasn't the vibe all the time? Do they think that, they just turned down the drowning out booze every time or something? Like, come on. Like, they were literally being metaphorically pelted with word tomatoes. Like, I don't know how they didn't think something terrible was going on. But anyway, Natalia, now going by Teddy, would elaborate on the outburst to Paper Magazine in 2018. The magazine writing at the time, what we don't know is that Teddy, for various legal reasons, can't talk about whether or not that faithful moment was real or fake, until the interviewer asked her directly. Teddy, previously known as Natalia, says, "All I can say is that I can't talk about the X Factor itself. I can say that I'd never support anything like what I did on TV. If I were someone else watching me, I think I were Satan too. I'm not a victim here because I was there. I did that on television." Then she detailed a terrible picture of tons of threats online and horrible racist comments for her outburst. The article then details how Natalia's career came to a screeching halt and essentially made the branding of Natalia Kills completely vanish. But Teddy, previously Natalia, says that's only because her Interscope contract was up. But Teddy's career would never continue the way it was, as Natalia Kills. But she would have credits on Rihanna's Kiss It Better and Madonna's Kanye West produced song Holy Water. Now, if that's not the most secret society sentence to end on, I don't know what is. So the moral of the story is, unless you're Ethan Klein and have a literal kill switch for every 30 seconds he says an insensitive comment, then you should definitely be careful on what you say on live TV. Statistically, and yes, I'm making this up, one of you watching this is going to be on a reality television show in the future, and it's probably going to be a pressure cooker. So please just be sure you're aware of where you are, and that if they can cut you, splice you, dice you, or manipulate you in any way they can, they will.
And it's done. Yeah, she killed her career immediately the moment she did that. Today I'm on just go. In fact, after this I need to go shops I want to go get food. I need to get some ice and all that shit. But yeah, you gotta love it when people make absolute arse of themselves on live TV. It gives us all something to talk about. Okay, so you gotta love drama these days. Even though apparently I heard in regards to that last one that apparently they made her say that shit behind the scenes or whatever. I don't know, and I do not care enough to know. But yeah, anyways, I'm dropping right into comments seeing other people saying right now. Oh, Osbourne definitely worded that horribly. But I can see if she meant that he relies on the very community he hates. But damn, she should not have said it like that. I've got second-hand embarrassment because she even said that shit. It's like when Raven said, well, they're not gonna hire you if your name is Watermelon Dre or something like that. I was like, she really needs to say it like that though. But nah, Natalia kills. I remember her getting rinsed loads for that, right? You accuse this guy of trying to copy your husband and shit just because he was wearing a suit. Meanwhile, you got your hair like Lord Farquaad, Cleopatra. Fucking hell, man. talk about throwing stones. But there, her and her husband were cancelled so fast. Not even states they came out with could even save them. It couldn't. At the end of the day, right? The only one whose apology it is to accept is that Joe guy's. I don't even know. What does that Joe guy even do now? The amount of people that have appeared on X Factor and it's like, and that, I make it, I want to be a star and all that shit. Where are they now? I don't hear their names now. Even the ones that won X Factor, I don't hear about any of them now. Right? You hear about them for that first year or so, and after that, never again. Anyways, someone commented the Natalia Kills and Willie Moon drama was intense in New Zealand. They instantly became the most hated people in the country. Thankfully, they were promptly fired. What's sad is that Joe actually gave his best performance on the show and looked so proud of himself, only to be attacked for his appearance. Yeah, poor guy. I feel bad for that guy, man. He was singing his heart out. Like, you see him there smiling, then his smile just went to sadness like instantly. Like, nah, imagine that. You being picked apart like that. That shit is so sad, man. So something can't be replicated. Yeah, you're not wrong about that. The Natalia one is just hilarious to me. In what world does she live in? That she has never seen another tall, skinny white guy wear a black suit. Just played ignorance. This shit was just dumb as fuck. I was just like, nah, mate. But yeah, this is a mess though. Be an interesting vid though. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. This video is too long. Okay, so that's it for this video. Like, subscribe if you want. I post if whenever I feel like getting into the next one. I'm off. Bye.